Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and I am going to be working on a couple of days worth of prompts for December Ember. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, and so I didn't get my video made, and so I am going to be doing the 18th and the 19th. So for those of you that are not familiar with the challenge, it is being hosted by Louisa Heinzel at Junk Journal Art and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and you can find both of them on YouTube and Instagram. And also, if you search for the hashtag December Ember, you can see what everybody's doing for the challenge that are posting their makes to Instagram or to YouTube. So there we go, and I have a playlist on my channel that has all the previous day's prompts, and I will continue to do that to the end. Alrighty, so the first one for the 18th, the two prompts were a mini pocket letter and a specimen. So, or specimen card or something like that. So I did not have, normally mini pocket letters are made with these little sleeve things that have 9 pockets in them. And they're made to, you know, put baseball cards in or whatever. I didn't have any of the 9 pocket ones. The ones that I have are 4 pocket. And they're made more for like postcard size instead of like baseball card size. And a 9 pocket wouldn't fit in my journal anyway. So what I did is I cut it across this way and down this way. And I'm just going to use one of the pockets. I did choose a piece that has the, get all my little bits and pieces here, hole on it, just because I thought that was interesting, but you don't even have to do that. And then I took this little pattern marking tool, and I made myself 9 pockets. Now, it is not individual little 9 pockets, but it does have the little, you know, marks in it to make it look like it's 9 pockets. Now, I could have taken this to the sewing machine and sewn across here to make it look like 9 pockets, but I really wasn't that worried about it as far as it being sewn together. I'm sorry, getting a drink of my tea. I still have my scratchy throat. It's driving me nuts. So the next step is I just took some scrap cardstock, and I cut circles because when I was watching videos, everybody's doing squares. And so I thought I would be a little different and do circles. And I cut 3 circles so that it's going to appear that I have 3 different cards, even though I don't. I made them just one, you know, one strip to go down in there because I don't actually have 9 pockets, and I just thought it'd be easier. Okay, So what I do want to do, though, is I want to kind of, oh, and I went ahead and with my label maker, made little labels of figures 1 through 9. And I put those on the outside of the plastic. And I'm going to put a little bit of ink on that. They're kind of white. I know I'm getting it on my plastic, but that's okay. I don't care if it looks a little grungy. I don't think it'll dry on there anyway. Alright, so I'm going to set that aside, and the next thing I want to do is I want to take a Sharpie, I think, and I'm going to kind of put a couple little marks on these. Let's try to keep it even, Tammy. That would help. Does this Sharpie even work? Yeah. So I want to go about right there. And about right there. Alright, and I'm going to draw lines so that they look like individual, more like individual cards. So I'm going to line all 3 of these up. Do I have a regular ruler? I think this will work. And I'm going to lay it right across where I made my little mark. And I didn't do anything that is going to be perfect on these. I can tell you that. Okay, let's keep those there. I just eyeballed how long they were, and oops, don't slide. So they're not even the same length. You'll notice the bottom one's a little bit longer than the other ones, and that's fine with me. Alright, and then what's going to happen is once I get my little specimens made, specimen cards made, I'm going to slide these down in here, and they're going to look like individual slides, even though they're not. I don't know why I drew that one so far up. Did I put it in? Maybe no, that's upside right. Man. Should I draw that line on the bottom as well? I think I will draw one across the bottom. About right there, I think. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to start building my little specimen cards. And I have a bunch of die cuts that are all from 49 and Market. So I'm just going to glue them in here. They're all bugs, different kinds of bugs. Not creepy ones. There's ladybugs and like little bee things. And then more ladybugs. I wanted butterflies, but I didn't have any butterflies as well. So I wouldn't have 2 rows of beetles or ladybugs. But I don't think I have any butterflies that are that small. Let me look real quick in one of the other. I do have, oh, I might, just so they'll be different. There's one. Is that one too big? That one might be a little big. Alright, we need one more. Okay, I've got a couple more. Oh, here's some. Well, I didn't look good enough, did I? Or I didn't think about these other. I was looking all in the same pack, and I should have looked in some of these other packs. That's what happened. Okay, so I don't care if the wings stick over a little bit. See if I've got one more. It's a little bit different color. If not, we'll just use, oh, here's one. Okay, butterflies, yay. Okay, so there are all our specimens. And then I just have some of these Tim Holtz just tiny tags, you know, tiny labels. They might be apothecary. I forget what he calls these. But I have some of those, one for each one. And I won't glue them like this. I'm just trying to get one on each thing. Okay. And then I have a mushroom that I'm going to put on the actual. This will be kind of on both. And that will be in the circle. So let's get to gluing. So let's do all the bugs first. Gotta get to moving because I got 2 of these to do. The other one is pretty much done though, because the other 2 prompts were paper bag handles and slow stitching. And what I wanted to do for that was very time consuming. And so most of it I did off camera. And then we're going to put it all together. Just simply because it was just too much to make a video. And I could have done it and filmed it all and then sped it up and all that kind of stuff. But I thought it would be easier just to go ahead and do the slow stitching part, which is not my fastest thing that I do. And also it took a while to do what I wanted to do for my handles as well. So, but I will show you how I did that, and we'll go through everything. And then of course, if you have any questions, you can just ask me and I'll be glad to recap how I did it. So it is very cold here today. The wind is blowing like crazy. We're not getting here snow where I am, but there's snow in the mountains, which is not too terribly far from me. I'm about, I don't know, I can be in the mountains in half an hour, I guess. Oops, I don't want to hang that over the, I don't mind if it hangs over the circle, but it can't hang over the strip because the strip is pretty much as wide as the little pocket is, so I don't have any really extra room there. Okay, so there's our specimens. Now let's put on our little labels. I'm just gonna do these randomly based on how much room I have to put them, because some of them are, you know, wider than the others. So basically, you're just watching me glue. Isn't that fun? Yeah, just feeling a little bit under the weather yesterday. Not anything serious. But I just didn't have the get up and go. I actually took a nap, which I never do. But sometimes we just need that, don't we? And last one. Okay, now I'm going to put on the little mushrooms, and again, it's going to be pretty random. And I'm just going to plop them on there. Oops. Probably. Could use my tweezers for this part. I need to cut the bottom of that one off. Just a little. Nope, it's not going to work there. Nope. It's going down here. Cut those two. I don't want them to cover my bugs too much. Move that one to the other side. Today's my grandson's birthday. He's 13. They're growing up so fast. I've got two that are teenagers now. Okay, now I think I want to do just a little bit of stamping. Like up in these parts with some numbers or something. Let's see what I got. that one look good on those. Alright, so let's do that on, and I still haven't cleaned my acrylic block, and it looks terrible because it's got that black gesso on it. Oops. It's not even gonna let that stamp stick. Let me grab another one here. Yep, that's better. Okay. Black archival ink. Okay, let's do this one here. Okay, now let's find one more to put at the top. What's this one? This is stars. I love these little 3 stars. They're really simple, but I think they look really cool. Okay, so now let's slide them down on the pocket and see what they look like. I may have to switch these around because, like I said, I didn't really measure when I was doing them, and so they're not, one of them is just a little bit narrower than the other one. But hey, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so there is my mini pocket letter and specimen card. So that's the first day. And I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm not going to take it out for any reason, is I think I'm going to either staple this right here or take some double-sided tape and seal it up. But what I'm going to do before I do that is I might put a solid piece down in this pocket behind that so that it, you know, is not just plain white paper back there, which is not white, but You know what I mean? So it's something with a little bit more character. Okay, so now let's do the prompt for the 19th, which was paper bag handle and slow stitching. So I have to bring my journal over here for this one because it's going straight in the journal. So for paper bag handles, I did not have any paper bags that have like the flat handles. Mine were the round twisty ones. So I made flowers out of them. I took, I had one bag that had white handles on it, a white bag that had white handles, and then I had one bag that had the, you know, regular craft brown handles. I was looking for my bag, but I don't know what I did with it. And they were just like the little bags, you know, that you get at like a little boutique or something. I think one of them came from like a soap specialty shop, and the other one came from, I don't know, some little, you know, boutique kind of shop. Not, here we go, like this, you know, so it's like a thicker bag, and it had, like I said, the twisty kind of cordy looking handles. So one of the white handles I unwrapped, and it had this, when you unwrapped it, it had the white paper and it was really crinkly. And then I took and cut leaves, flower leaves, out of that, petals, that's the word I'm looking for, out of that one. And then the other white handle I wrapped up for the center of this flower, and then this is the actual paper bag from this one. Does that make sense? And I just made the flowers. And then on this one, because it didn't have the nice crinkly texture that these do, I did slow stitching and just put some little lines with some brown embroidery thread. I started saying embroidery ink. And then I also took another piece of the paper bag and I did this slow stitching and just made, you know, some X's. I was a former cross stitcher. I have not done cross stitching in a long time. So, you know, I do slow stitch. I just don't really, or did. I haven't, like I said, haven't done it in a long time. As a matter of fact, I think the last thing that I cross-stitched was my daughter's ring pillow for her wedding. And I cross-stitched a monogram in the top of it. So, and then I have this little butterfly here. And like I said, this is a piece of paper bag, and I just stitched on it with kind of this teal color embroidery thread, because I thought it brought out the teal in that butterfly, or, you know, whatever. And then I'm going to put this little vintage picture that I had that I thought these little cuties just had to be highlighted. So I'm going to put them kind of back here like this. And put my stitching on there. And then I'm going to put my flowers, or did I have the stitching over here? I may have had the stitching over here. I changed it like 3 times. Because this is actually the center page. You know, I could do it on this. I could do it like this. Let's do it like this. Alright, so if I put my flowers here, like that, and then put my butterfly and little kids here, no, I think I'm going to do it the way I had it before, except I am going to put it on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue this page to this page when it gets all said and done. Or do I want it on this side? See? I really like, though, that when it's on this side, there's butterflies. Alright, I'm going back to my original plan. Alright, my original plan was and this is a piece of both of the bags. It's the only reason I want to include that. It's where I tore the handles off, and I've got a piece of both of the bags there. That. Because I like these butterflies showing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this shut as a pocket. For my first order of business. So that's going to be a pocket. And then I'm going to glue it again as a pocket and put it down on here. So now I have two pockets, one behind and then one in between the two pages. Okay, so now I want to glue these guys down. And my butterfly. And then I want my 2 pieces of the paper bag. And actually, this is not paper bag. This is some old children's writing paper. This is paper bag. Okay, and let's ink this one a little bit. My slow stitching. And I put a piece of washi over my knot, even though it probably doesn't matter much since I'm gluing it down. Okay, now I'm gonna glue the flowers down. Okay, sorry if there's a shadow. Look, it's really cloudy here. And I had to stand up a minute and get a overview look at that. And sometimes that casts a weird shadow. All right, so there we go. I think that turned out really cute. I might add a stamp there, but I'm not going to make a decision on that until I know what the next, I may have a prompt or something that I want to put behind there anyway. So I'm going to leave it as is for now. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's bring back, and I may just go ahead and put this over here because it does go, or I could put this back here. You wouldn't be able to see a whole lot of it. I like the idea of it being over here maybe. Or I could clip it under this clip that's already there. Maybe we'll do that for now. We may move it later, but for now, we're going to put it right there. So that is our mini pocket page specimen card prompt. And this is the paper bag handle with slow stitching. So that gets me all caught up, and I will see you guys back really soon for the I Saw It on Pinterest video. And until then, I hope you all have a great evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.